Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the wild, magical world of Gunfire Reborn. If you're a fan of fast-paced FPS games with a touch of mysticism and roguelike randomness, then this one's definitely for you. Imagine this. You and your friends battling through hordes of mythological beasts, leveling up, grabbing loot, and unlocking new characters along the way. Sounds pretty epic, right? Now, Gunfire Reborn isn't just a game, it's a test of skill and strategy. You'll start with a handful of characters, but most of them are locked behind some serious grinding or can be bought with soul essence. The game's roguelike nature means every run is a fresh challenge with random level layouts and item spawns. So, while luck plays a part, mastering your character's unique abilities is key to making it through those tough encounters and bosses. We've got 10 characters in the game, each paired up and sorted into 3 tiers. Some might start off a bit weak, but stick with them, and you'll find they can become powerhouses with the right strategy. We'll be breaking down these characters, their strengths, and which ones are worth your time as you progress. So, grab your favorite snacks, get comfy, and let's jump into the mystical mayhem of Gunfire Reborn. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. Let's get started. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking characters in Gunfire Reborn. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support.
The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Crown Prince and Lei Luo. Alright, let's dive into the B tier heroes in Gunfire Reborn. These characters might not be the flashiest or the most powerful right off the bat, but with the right strategy and teamwork, they can totally shine. So, let's break down what makes them tick and how you can make the most out of them. First up is Crown Prince. Now this guy is the face of the game, and he's got a pretty balanced set of stats, but here's the kicker. He's the slowest hero in the game. Yep, you heard that right. Crown Prince is all about playing the long game with elemental and fusion effects. His energy orb ability is a game changer. It can freeze enemies in their tracks, giving you some breathing room when things get hairy. Plus, with his smoke grenade, he can lay down a corrosive trap that messes up any enemies who dare to get too close. It's perfect for stalling, but remember, you'll need a solid weapon to back him up to make those abilities count. Next, let's talk about Lei Luo. This white tiger is a bit of a high-risk, high-reward character. You unlock him once you hit talent level 55, and he's all about precision and speed. Lei Luo is the fastest hero in the game, which is great, but his health is on the lower side, and his shields are only moderate. That said, he's got some cool tricks up his sleeve. His Fatal Current ability boosts his speed and the damage, making him even more deadly. And don't forget his Chain Lightning. This ability can zap up to 3 targets at once, shocking them into submission. Lei Luo thrives when he's got a team backing him up, using his long-range attacks to keep enemies at bay while staying safe. Both of these heroes have their quirks and challenges, but they're definitely worth mastering. Crown Prince excels at crowd control and area denial, making him a great choice for defensive playstyles. On the other hand, Lei Luo's speed and precision make him a fantastic pick for those who like to stay on the move and deal damage from a distance. So, if you're up for a bit of a challenge and enjoy playing with a team, give these B tier heroes a shot. With the right strategy, they can turn the tide of battle in your favor. Keep experimenting, and you might just find that they're exactly what your team needs. Hope this helps you get the most out of Crown Prince and Lei Luo. Remember, every hero has their day in the spotlight if you know how to play them right. Happy gaming, and I'll catch you in the next video. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Aobai, Qiansui, Li, Xingji, and Zixiao. Alright, let's dive into the A tier heroes of Gunfire Reborn and see what makes them stand out in the game. These heroes strike a great balance between performance and accessibility, making them perfect for both pros and casual players. Let's break down what makes each of them tick. First up, we have Aobai, the enormous, lovable dog who's practically the tank of the group. Now, Aobai might not have the most impressive shields, but he boasts the highest health of any hero in the game. You'll unlock him once your talent hits level 25, and believe me, it's worth the grind. His main skill, Dual Wield, is where things get fun. He can use 2 different weapons simultaneously, making his attacks varied and unpredictable. Plus, his explosive grenade is great for crowd control and dealing with enemies that are holed up in cover. Aobai's playstyle is straightforward but highly effective, especially when you get the hang of balancing his arsenal. Moving on to Qiansui, the snapping turtle who's a bit of a tough nut to crack. Unlocking Qiansui will set you back around 600 soul essence, but he's worth every bit. This hero shines in melee combat, though his health stats aren't the highest. What he lacks in health, he makes up for with the highest shields in the game, which recharge quickly. His Tidal Aspis ability is a game changer. It's a front-facing shield that blocks all incoming damage, allowing him to get up close and personal with enemies. Combine that with his striking punch, and you've got a hero who can both tank damage and dish it out effectively. Next, let's talk about Lee, who is basically a fire-wielding powerhouse. Lee's got two standout abilities, Spiritual Flame and Blazing Meteor. Spiritual Flame channels fire damage and inflicts a burn status effect, which scales up with the amount of Spiritual Flame energy you've got. Then, there's Blazing Meteor, which summons a rain of meteors to bombard enemies in a certain radius. It's like the Energy Orb skill, but even better because it also staggers enemies. The catch? Lee has low HP and shield stats, making her a bit of a glass cannon. She can dish out serious damage but needs to be handled carefully. Now, let's chat about Xingzhe, a character who specializes in buffing his abilities and weapons. His primary skill, Soul Strike, fires off a projectile that creates a clone of himself, dealing damage to enemies in a 10m radius. The damage output here depends heavily on what weapon you're using. Equip a launcher, and you're dealing explosive damage. Equip a shotgun, and you're adding extra projectiles. Xingzhe's damage potential is impressive, but it relies on specific weapon setups to really shine. This makes him a bit tricky to use effectively without the right build, especially in the later stages of the game. Finally, we've got Zixiao, a hero who plays the luck game to his advantage. Zixiao's skills, Falling Star and Astro Forecast, combined with his ascensions, can have some seriously powerful effects. However, this hero relies heavily on occult scrolls, which makes him quite weak in the early game. If you're starting out with Zixiao, be prepared for a rough beginning, but stick with it, and you'll find he can become a force to be reckoned with as you progress. So there you have it, our A-tier heroes in Gunfire Reborn. Each of these characters brings something unique to the table, from Aobai's tanking abilities to Zixiao's luck-based strategy. Whether you're new to the game or a seasoned player, these heroes are a solid choice for any playstyle. If you've got any favorites or tips for using these heroes, drop them in the comments below. Happy hunting and see you in the next video. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Qingyan, Tao, and Nona. Alright, let's dive into the S tier heroes of Gunfire Reborn. If you're looking to bring your game to the next level, these heroes are your best bet. They're powerful, versatile, and can make a big difference whether you're flying solo or teaming up with friends. First up is Qingyan, the green bird hero with a penchant for close combat. Qingyan is a powerhouse with his leap and cleave abilities. Leap lets him launch across the battlefield and deliver a powerful kick, while cleave lets him slash through multiple enemies at once. What's cool about Qingyan is that he uses armor instead of shields, which doesn't regenerate like shields do. But here's the twist, Qingyan can refill his armor as long as there are enemies around, making him a durable and relentless fighter. Pair him with shotguns for some serious close range damage. Next, we've got Tao, the purple rabbit who's all about rapid fire action. Tao is unlocked by spending 400 soul essence, and she's a force to be reckoned with. Even though she wields a sword, Tao is a ranged fighter with abilities that pack a punch. Swords Out lets her unleash a flurry of homing swords, while Fatal Bloom creates a targeted explosion that marks enemies for extra damage. Her health might be on the lower side, but her high shielding keeps her in the fight. If you love being on the offensive and dealing heavy damage, Tao is your go-to hero. Then there's Nona, a hero who really shines in single-player scenarios thanks to her companion, Iron Wing. Nona's playstyle revolves around coordinating with Iron Wing, who can switch between a melee tank and a ranged missile turret. This companion can help draw enemies away or provide covering fire, making Nona incredibly versatile. Nona also benefits from weapon ascensions that boost pistol performance and critical hits. However, Iron Wing requires careful micromanagement. If you don't coordinate well, Nona can be left vulnerable, but master this hero and you'll find Nona can be one of the most powerful characters in the game. So, there you have it. 3 of the top tier heroes in Gunfire Reborn. Whether you're stomping through enemies with Qingyan, raining down sword attacks with Tao, or strategizing with Nona and Iron Wing, these heroes bring a lot to the table. Just remember, they're best suited for players who have a good grasp of the game's mechanics. So, if you're ready to elevate your gameplay, give these heroes a try and watch your performance soar. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.